Okay, so hello everybody. That clap is to make sure that the timing is on sync. Again, my name is Kayvon Acosta. I'm the course director for game design PMP 4. Okay, project and portfolio 4. So you may have seen the resume at this point activity, and maybe you also seen the diagnostic. And the diagnostic is something, of course, diagnostic tests are things that we use to assess what proficiency level you have at this point, right? We can't really estimate that every one of your cohorts, everybody that's in your class or in your group, the people that are interviewing, have the same level of proficiency. But we like to think that we can adjust to whatever that need is. Who is good at something, who is good at this other thing, or who's needing to practice a little bit more on... Oh. See if it's still recording. I hope it is. It's good that we're recording on 2 places. So, it should be recording still. So, like I was saying, what we're trying to do is gather information about what you're capable of doing at this point. Not everybody's going to have the same ability nor interests. So, in a lot of places, when they're interviewing you, they're asking you design questions, or programming questions, or production questions, or experience. They're trying to check that experience that you have. So what I've done is I've put in a couple of games that you may not have gotten to doing just yet at this point of the degree. Although we assume that these are very natural games that anybody would be doing over time, right? So that's where we get a little bit curious here. Have you done these games? If not, can you do them within 5 days of starting the class? And also, how much of the games that we're asking you to do can you do without a tutorial? As in, from your own imagination or own understanding about how Unity works, right? So these diagnostics, they check your technical proficiency. There's a little bit of a blurb on the description right here. There. Your resourcefulness, how you can overcome some of the difficulties or limitations that your ability may be giving you, or that the design of the challenge itself provides, right? Sometimes they give you some design challenges that are unsolvable, or some programming questions that you cannot solve within just 1 hour, and the interview happens within 1 hour. So they're really testing how you can design around it, right? And the third one is your level of communication and professionalism. So because you are exhibiting some type of rapport, exchange, communication, they're checking to see if you're going to drop all the expletives that we are sometimes known to do, or if you're going to get overly frustrated, or how you deal with that frustration, how you ask questions, how you talk to another person that is in the know, that is in the room with you, or that has given you some information and they're wanting to see how you explore it. So those are the main 3 things that these assessments do. They come in all kinds of shapes and colors and whatever. So ours are, to start with, 2 simple little games. Have you done tic-tac-toe? If not, you have 5 days to do it. try to do it without a tutorial, and we're in business, right? So there's tic-tac-toe, and the other one is memory match. They're all described briefly in the assignment here. That's your level designed for tic-tac-toe. Here's for memory match how it should look. If you have taken this class before, then we're going to ask you to skip straight into the other game that you haven't done, because we're going to check your videos. You're going to the majority of this class is done by you creating 5-minute videos, which is we're starting here. So one of the technologies that I did mention on the other video is OBS. OBS is really useful for creating the stream, or uploading videos that you are recording live up to YouTube or wherever you want. But right now for us, we want them on YouTube on unlisted, so that they're not everywhere, but not set to private, so that I can actually review and see them. So if you haven't done tic-tac-toe, do memory. If you haven't done memory, do tic-tac-toe. Oh, sorry. If you haven't done, you get what I'm saying. So from the top with feeling. If you've already done tic-tac-toe and you're repeating the class, do memory. And vice versa. But if you've done either and you really want to challenge yourself, look into Simon. A couple of things that we're gonna that are good about these challenges is that I want to see your comprehension of arrays. All these games require an array. Let me show you tic-tac-toe. Tic-tac-toe goes like, this is the level, and we have X's and we have O's. And we're going to go well, this board is based on water, so it's like a watercolor, right? But as we play the game, a person starts usually with an X, goes on to play the game. I can't be too challenged here, right? And now I haven't played this in a long time with myself, right? So hold on, let me, whoop. That was the last one, and now X goes here, and 0 wins. Oh, I won, I guess. That's a win because of this, right? Game should have a tie, a win, and a loss condition. Well, someone's always going to win, but then it should definitely have a tie condition. So memory works like, while that's drying, memory works with cards that match each other. This is the backing. If inside is a C and here's a B, then the player is looking for the matching to the one that they flipped the first time. You've played this when you were little. I'm explaining it so that I'm covering all the bases, right? So as we pick this one, we're looking for the other one. If I choose this one, which is a hidden C, then this one goes back to its backing, and so does this one. If, however, I choose A and choose I know that A is there. If I choose this one and then pick this one, both of these are now either X'd or eliminated from the board until everything is exhausted. Simon, you've seen examples of it online. Now, I want to go over the rubrics that we have here. I've given you an rubric example activity here that maybe the video here can, on the YouTube stream, you can check that one. Uh, I let you play with this. There's about 60 points that you can use, that you have to do. Okay, if you, in order to check to see your score, see what it is, you turn that attempted task on by clicking true here. These are the first 60 points. And if you do superior, which is described in every one of these over here, then it'll tell you that you have 30 points. So far at the bottom is tallying up to 30. You can at most get 100. But if you score the following, you have 52 out of 60. So these are the standard first 60 points that you really kind of need to do. But these are standard parts of any assignment. They're turn it in, format it well, and complete every section that you have in there. These are standard. In every assignment is going to have that part. The experimental tasks here are the ones that sort of like stretch goals. We want you to try because, well, kind of need to pass this assessment. So if the game has a user interface, you may not decide to do that, but if you decide to do so, there are different tiers for that. If your goals or actions are clear for your game, then I'm going to check those in. If it has transitions, this is standard for memory or tic-tac-toe. I made a generic one so that you can try them. There's another one here that if you contact me and we talk for about 5 minutes, then it'll be another, I think it says 15 points. So just doing a couple of them is going to get you over the 70% mark. But I really want you to try to go for 100. So try as many as you want, and the more that you try, the more that you're gonna get there. So this nasty tic-tac-toe board here is gonna disappear at some point. Maybe that'll be the duration of this video. So the diagnostic, shown you the rubrics, talked about tic-tac-toe, memory. Simon is a game that you can look online how to do it, and I also have the description right there. And you have to shoot a video, 5-minute video going over the code, the winning conditions, and whether you use a tutorial or not. Okay? These are very crucial things for me to know and for you to demonstrate. You have to narrate it yourself. If you want to have a little video of you talking to the camera, you can do so. Your voice will do for the most part, but anything that evidences that it's you, we're looking for that. Okay, so let's discuss this during this week. Let's try and create a version of tic-tac-toe that you feel good about, or memory, and try not to use the tutorials. Remember, the more tutorials that you use, the more that you're going to be using or depending on somebody else's solution. As a designer, I'm looking to see what your solutions are, your unique ways of solving something. So let's try for that and see where we go. You have to deliver it by Friday, and that link that you create for that video, upload it as we've described on the assignment. You're going to grab that link and put it on the references for your resume. So remember that it's a 2-tier component for this week to be completely successful. The diagnostic is going to be as a discussion. You're going to post your discussions with everybody so everybody can see your versions, what you did, how you worked it, and so on. And then the resumes are now private, something that I'm going to get and evaluate. Okay, so I hope that you have fun with this activity. I think it's a really good one. And if you have other games that you'd like to do, there are some stretch goals there. If you're feeling kind of adventurous and if you're really wanting to explore other games that we consider are simple assessments, simple diagnostics that everybody at some point should try by the time that they go to find a job. Right, so I'll see you on the next video, which is going to be the resume, and on that one we're going to discuss all the parts of the template and so on. Okay, so I hope that you have a good time exploring these wonderful games that we played when we were 3. So have a good time with this, and I'll see you soon.